Hi, it's Luke from Knightsbridge Estate Agents and Valuers and also the Leicester Property blog. And today I want to talk about what is the biggest street within Leicester, and in particular the LE5 postcode area. And from some of my recent articles that I've been posting on the Leicester Property blog, and in particular the Monopoly Board article where I listed the most valuable streets within the Leicester postcode area, it caused quite a lot of interest locally. So I've decided to see what else I could find out about LE5 in particular, and then find out the biggest streets within that postcode area. So don't worry, I will be getting back to some of my heavy statistic articles, but I will be surprising you a little bit later on within this video as well. So and some of this information is going to be quite important and relevant to your first time buyer, but also the buy-to-let landlord out there. So when we look at the LE5 postcode area, the biggest homes or the biggest street with 520 homes on it is actually Uppingham Road, which isn't a surprise if you know the Leicester area. Big long road coming from the city centre all the way out towards where Fernby leading into Scraptoft. So and then second place we've got St Saviour's Road, so moving back into the city centre with 342 homes, and then in third place, or bronze position shall we say, then it's Mere Road, again back into the city centre just on the outskirts, where we had just over 300 homes. So and then we look at translating that into a value, and it's not surprising that the 20 biggest streets in terms of value, then it would be Uppingham Road with a value of approximately 157.8 million, which makes each property on that road worth around £303,000. So however, the street with the greatest number of movers within the past 3 years is also Uppingham Road, where it has a saleability rate of 7.3%. But the highest saleability rate within the LE5 postcode area is actually Wintersdale Road, which is a road just off the Uppingham Road itself. In terms of a breakdown of the top 20 streets within the LE5 postcode area, you'll be able to see that here. So keep an eye out for your street. So you're probably asking yourself, what does this mean for the Leicester property market? Well, generally the Leicester property market is principally healthy in the majority of parts of Leicester, and yet despite the political environment with Brexit and fears of a recession, there is still confidence within Leicester and the housing market as a whole. With unemployment at an all-time low, a record number of people with a job, ultra low interest rates and decent mortgage availability, and the banks and building societies are dropping their rates on a daily, weekly basis. Those Leicester first-time buyers and also the buy-to-let landlords who have adjourned their next house purchase because of the perceived political uncertainty should be reminded that, talking to many other fellow estate agents within the Leicester area, there are more homes on their books or their register. So there's a great deal of choice out there. So if you're looking for your next home or buy-to-let investment with the potential of securing a great deal, now is an ideal time to be dipping your toe into the property market. Irrespective of what happens with Brexit, Leicester people still need a roof over their heads. And as I've mentioned on a number of occasions, I have proved beyond doubt we aren't building enough homes locally in Leicester, but also nationally. If supply is limited and demand increases as we're living longer, the population is growing, prices in the medium to long term can only go in one direction, and that's going to be upwards. So whatever happens with Boris Johnson and Brexit, why wait? Because once we can get over that little hurdle, there will just be another hurdle and another hurdle, and by which time we will be into 2029 and you would have missed the boat. House prices will be a lot higher than what they are now. We survived the global economic financial crash, the 3-day week in the 1970s, hyperinflation. The choice is yours. If you would like more information about what's going on within the Leicester property market, please feel free to reach out to me, drop me a comment below, or you can call me on 079 17 899 495, or drop me an email to luke.sinclair@knightsbridge-estates.co.uk.